My name is Brandon Ike. I'm the CEO and founder of the Stillwater Group. Founded the Stillwater Group about 7.5 years ago. I am a fourth generation builder, originally from Western New York, and have been in and out of this business since I've been about 4 years old. At the age of about 4 or 5, I grew up the son of a builder. My grandfather was in construction, great-grandfather, and from as long as I can remember back being around construction, whether it be on a piece of equipment, pulling nails, swinging a hammer, and immediately, as far back as I can remember, have had a passion for building things, and that has turned into something much more than I could have ever imagined. The Stillwater Group, a big part of that name is exactly that, the group of folks that we have here. I like to think is a culmination of the best in the business, a great deal of experience with a common goal of serving this industry with excellence and pride at being the best in every aspect of what we do, and it takes an incredible team of various talent to be able to pull that off, from the actual building of the home, the estimating, the organization, and the office.
My name is Matthew Bostick. I'm the Vice President of Purchasing at the Stillwater Group. I get involved in the very early stages of the project. It's very important for someone who does what I do to be involved during the design, because decisions could be made that could wildly affect the cost of a project. You want somebody who knows cost sitting in on those design meetings.
Often the reason we're selected to do many of the projects that we do is due to our leadership and our process in home building. And it is truly a culmination of my entire career. The talent that we have around us in this office of being able to facilitate the best process in home building that we know how. The level of homes we build, I think there's a high assumption that quality is going to be first and foremost with the level of craftsmanship that goes into our homes. And too often, the process on how you get there gets overlooked.
So Brandon definitely is a visionary. He sees things that others can't see. He looks at a piece of land and can see opportunities that sometimes clients can't see, sometimes even architects can't see. He's been in this his whole life. He's done just about everything that you can do in construction, including site work and grading. So when he walks a piece of land, he can visualize what it's going to look like when it's graded and a house is finally put on it. One thing Brandon likes to tell our clients during the early meetings is I'm the first person to build their house. I do it in my head, and I do it on paper and on my computer. You have to have somebody who has an understanding of construction, building your budget, somebody who's actually worked in the field, which I did in my early career, somebody who is actively on job sites, sees what's going on, and I do try to take time to go out to the job site so I can physically walk them and see what's happening. So the site itself can have a big impact on your overall cost. One of the things that we do for our clients is we will go to different potential job sites and walk the land with them.
I think some of the best projects that we are a part of are those that we're involved in the acquisition of the property. Working with our clients, touring various properties around the lake or the mountains to find the right piece that speaks specifically to them and their family, where we can then take that blank canvas and craft and design a home that speaks to them and with the land that we've placed it on.
The houses we build are pretty substantial, so it's a long process. I've been with some clients 3 years before a house even got started, and then it's another year and a half, give or take, to build their house. So by the time you get done closing on a home, you may have known these people for up to 5 years.
Attention to detail is a pretty big thing to me, and I often view myself through the lens of the client. And if I was back in Western New York and my home was being built somewhere in the Carolinas, what I would want on the receiving end of that. And I think at the start of that is transparency and communication. The start of any relationship we're trying to build foundationally is based off of that. So we have developed what we think is the most transparent, honest approach to facilitate luxury home building. And that truly starts with a partnership with the client and a high degree of trust. Fortunately, we have been able to deliver that a lot of times with a high degree of success, and are very confident in the process that we've established, while always trying to work hard as a team to stay ahead of current trends, to constantly refine our process. One of the most rewarding aspects for our homeowners is when it's all said and done and we're enjoying that first moment in the home, being able to reflect back in some cases over several years of that relationship and that planning, getting to understand our clients in an in-depth level, what the family dynamic looks like, what the use of the home is going to be, and truly tailoring that home around that family's needs and the property that we're going to put it on. We have the ability to see the end result, if you will, on a blank piece of land that can be a challenge for most folks to truly see the vision. When we can make that vision a reality and then look back on a piece of property that had been walked past and that now become a family's legacy and dream home, there's not much more rewarding than that for us.